before we start discussing our lesson on teaching profession, please watch this video. After watching the film, my question is, do you have regrets why you are here choosing this teaching profession as your course? If yes, why? And if not, congratulations. Welcome to the world of teaching profession. But before we start discussing the lesson, what is teaching profession all about? Let us know or let us identify first the learning outcomes that you should learn after having this topic. Are you ready? Okay, the first one is you have to explain the meaning of teaching as a profession. Second, trace the historical development of teaching as a profession in the Philippines. So these are the things that you are going to learn or you are going to understand after having our discussion. Alright, my first question is, can you be called student or students without having your teachers? Or can you call me teacher if you are not my student? Can you call me teacher if you are not my students? So teachers and students are inseparable. So you are here because you wanted to learn formally in the school. And students and teachers should go together. And if teacher is very important in school, like you students, what is your understanding about the meaning of a teacher? Or what do you mean by a teacher? Any idea? Alright. A teacher are duly licensed professionals who possess dignity and reputation with high moral values as well as technical and professional competencies in the practice of their noble profession. Aside from a classroom teacher, teachers include guidance counselors, school librarians, industrial arts or vocational instructors, and all other persons performing supervisory and or administrative functions in all schools, colleges, and universities operated by the government or its political subdivisions, but should not include school nurses, school physicians, school dentists, and other school employees. This is taken from Magna Carta for Public School Teachers. Alright, students, do you know now what is the meaning of a teacher? How about teaching as a profession or teaching profession? What do you mean by that? Why sometimes we can hear people saying, wow, napaka-professional naman niya. Or sometimes people will also say to us, napaka-unprofessional mo naman. So what do you mean by that? What is professional or unprofessional? What is the difference of these two? And what is being a professional? What is the meaning of a professional? Professional refers to the one who possesses skill and competence or expertise. He is highly professional or unprofessional. This means that it is an act that may imply a code of ethics by which a professional is one who conforms to the technical or ethical standard of a profession. Even though you're not a graduate of a 4-year degree course, you can be called a professional. As long as you have the competence, the expertise of that certain field, you can be called professional, like a professional driver, professional actor, and others. So that's what we mean of being a professional. Okay? The profession that we have has two elements, competence and code of ethics. So competence, if you're really good to that field, and code of ethics talks about the behavior or the attitude of that person. Sometimes you can hear people saying, yes, she is good, she is bright, but walay batasan. So what is the code of ethics? The other elements of a profession or being professional is the initial profession. So initial profession refers to the graduates of the different courses like engineering, nursing, teaching. Take note, these professions are called initial professions because being a professional is a type of person who learn endlessly. So a professional should learn endlessly. Okay? The other element of a profession, or number 2 element of a profession, is accreditation. Now, what do you mean by accreditation? Any idea on this? Accreditation refers to schools submitting for program evaluation, a requirement by the CHED to maintain quality education. Alright, here in MSU, we submitted our programs to accreditation and we applied in the AACOP. What do you mean AACOP? Accrediting Agency of Chartered Colleges and Universities of the Philippines. So what is the role of accreditation? The role of accreditation is to evaluate the programs that you have, like the curriculum, the faculty. So we have to maintain the standards set by the CHED. So the other elements of a profession is accreditation. And the other element or the third element for a profession is licensing. What do you mean by licensing? Licensing refers to the graduates who apply for a licensure examinations like education, engineering, nursing, and others. So licensing requires the students to take board examination or courses that have board examination, and that licensure examination is again mandated by the CHED or the PRC. What do you mean by PRC? PRC means Professional Regulation Commission. Again, Professional Regulation Commission. And the other elements of a profession, or number 4 element of a profession, is professional development. What do you mean by professional development? Professional development refers to the continuing professional education of the graduates to improve professional knowledge and skills. This is mandated by Republic Act 10912, otherwise known as the CPD Act of 2016. So, meaning to say, after graduation, my dear students, you don't have to stop your schooling. Others are saying, hindi na ako mag-aral kasi nakakapagod talaga mag-aral. Stop na ako, hanggang dito na lang ako. No. Because you will be required to continue your professional growth. You have to enroll in the master's degree program or finish your study up to the doctor's degree or PhD. So that is very important, no, for you to grow in your profession. And the last element of a profession here in our lesson is the code of ethics. Now, what is the code of ethics? Code of ethics refers to a profession, or the profession has a code of ethics to ensure that its practitioners behave responsibly. The code states what professionals should do. Professionals can be ejected from their professional societies or lose their licenses to practice for violating the code of ethics. Now, remember, my dear students, after your graduation, if all of you can land your jobs, remember that one of the elements of being a professional is to have or to maintain this code of ethics. Because if you will not behave responsibly in your work, your license can be what? If you violated the code of ethics, your licenses or your license can be removed from you or ma-revoke siya. So be careful, no? Be careful, because code of ethics, having that practicing this standard is very, very important being a professional. So you can be called professional if all these elements are practiced by you. All right? So in summary, teaching as a profession requires you to have a long years of initial professional education. You have to maintain this regulatory by CHED, mandated by CHED, no? The attainment of college university degree recognized by a regulatory body or the CHED. And you have to pass the licensure examination. For example, in the teaching profession, licensure examination for teachers. And again, you have to continue your schooling for your professional growth and maintain or adherence of the code of ethics for professional teachers if you are a teacher, for professional nurses if you are in nursing courses, and others. So these are the elements, no, the importance, the significance of teaching profession. To my dear students, I hope you will always remember this passage. It says, "The great teacher is rarely popular. He is interested in something more important than winning the affection of an unending anonymous procession of young people." Please watch this video.
things must change. I'd have my life trying to make them stay the same. But love would fade like summer into fall. All that I could see was a mystery. It made no sense at all. The will of the wind, you feel it and then it will pass you, blowing steady. It comes and it goes, and God only knows. You must keep yourselves on ready, so when it begins, get all that you can. You must befriend the will of the wind. I've spent so many hours thinking about the way things might have been, and so many hours trying to bring the good times back again. And so it goes for lonely-hearted fools. They let their days slip away until they give in to the will of the wind. You feel it and then it will pass you, blowing steady. It comes and it goes, and God only knows. You must keep yourselves on ready, so when it begins, get all that you can. You must befriend the will of the wind. You must befriend the will of the wind. You must befriend the will of the wind. So when it begins, get all that you can. You must befriend the will of the wind. I've spent half my life looking for the reasons things must change. I'd have my life trying to make them stay the same. But love would fade like summer into fall. All that I could see was a mystery. It made no sense at all. The will of the wind, you feel it and then it will pass you, blowing steady. It comes and it goes, and God only knows. You must keep yourselves on ready, so when it begins, get all that you can. You must befriend the will of the wind. I've spent so many hours thinking about the way things might have been, and so many hours trying to bring the good times back again. So it goes for lonely-hearted fools. They let their days slip away until they give in to the will of the wind. You feel it and then it will pass you, blowing steady. It comes and it goes, and God only knows. You must keep yourselves on ready, so when it begins, get all that you can. You must befriend the will of the wind. You must befriend the will of the wind. So when it begins, get all that you can. You must befriend the will of the wind.
Do you understand now the meaning of teaching profession? Do you have questions? If none, this is Teacher Pressy saying thank you and God bless everyone. See you in our next video. Bye!